if you came across this video, you are waking up to a higher frequency reality, and you are waking up. You are waking up to more of yourself. You're waking up to your soul's expansion. You are waking up to the potential, to the possibility of aligning to deeper levels of your personal truth so that you can serve humanity to the capacity that you're meant to serve. Because you would not be here, you would not be drawn, you would not be guided to this if you were not waking up and having the opportunity to empower yourself out of the matrix, let's say that. God has been asking me to make this video constantly for the past week and a half. And so I'm gonna create this for you, and I trust that whoever comes on this video is because they need this guidance. And I made a list of things to prioritize to support your spiritual awakening and coming into the highest version of yourself, because there's a lot of misinformation online about spirituality and connection to yourself, and I really like to get into the core of what really matters during this experience. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you like this energy, please like and subscribe and comment below, because that helps boost the algorithm. It is like a gift to me when you comment. So thank you to all of my beautiful followers who support me, and also I support you because I'm here. I've been in practice in trauma healing and subconscious reprogramming and limiting belief work for 4 years, working in person and now on YouTube. I was on TikTok for a long time as well. So that is what I do. If you are interested in healing any of your old wounds, inner blocks, or things that keep you out of your highest self and your authentic truth, that means you want to live your soul purpose, you want to activate your gifts, you want to release the past in a deep way, in a transformative way that will change your life, then you can book a session with me and text me at my business phone number below. Serious inquiries only if you're interested in working with me. I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but I respond to all of your comments, and I really like engaging with my community, seeing how things resonate with you, seeing what comes up for you. It helps me as a creator to connect with your needs. All right, I'm Grace Moralia. Let's get going. Don't ask my age because I look young, but I'm actually older than you'd think, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, so I took some notes here because I'm feeling like this is so important. The most important thing is to really regulate your nervous system on the spiritual path. What do I mean? There's so much fear mongering in the world. There's fears of your past. There's fears in your mind. There's fears that have been conditioned into you by society. And so I think my camera's a little tilted, but I don't really know if I'm gonna do anything about it. Let's see if I can. Okay, that's better. There's so much conditioning in this society that naturally pushes down our power. If we grow up asleep, right, in our families, going about our lives, whether you had a traumatizing childhood or a challenging one, maybe not traumatizing. I know that word trauma is pretty loaded, but I use it anyway because everyone has trauma on a soul level that keeps them from being out of their highest power. So the goal of my videos and the goal of the spiritual path to me is to align to the deepest truth that you can in yourself as possible. That means aligning to the love that you are over the fear of your mind, okay? Your mind is gonna tell you all different things all the time, why you should be afraid of taking action, why you should be afraid of this, that, and the other thing, the whole thing, all right? And this is something that we need to know and be aware of, our own thoughts that hinder us on a daily basis. So if you notice, you'll have similar thoughts that go on each day. Every day you'll think similarly, and you think that it's you think that it's true, you think it's your life. But the power of trauma healing, limiting belief work, and subconscious reprogramming that I facilitate for my clients is that we are going into the root of these issues, identifying what they actually are, what these fears, emotions, and old energies are that keep you out of your power. So why is this so important? Because if your reality on this path, your reality reflects the deepest part of you, everything that you feel. If you feel lack of safety, which is probably one of the biggest things that I see in my work, is feeling lack of safety, whether that be in your relationships, in yourself, in your money, in your career, speaking your truth, having a hard time speaking or sharing your truth with other people. There's so many instances where lack of safety comes up. This is retracing to this life, childhood, and past lives. So I want you to be curious about your thoughts and your fears. If we know, I don't know if you ever heard this saying, but it's called fear equals false evidence appearing real. FEAR, false evidence appearing real. We really believe and put so much energy into fear to the point that it debilitates us and keeps us in familiar frequencies. The thing that's going to evolve us into creating a new world, a new earth, is within each and every individual. So I believe, so it's not like what you see externally is gonna, like, no political system, no job, no amount of money is gonna change your internal landscape or like society, because society is a reflection of all of our internal landscapes. So how are we going to create a loving world? We have to create love within. We have to create, I'm going to use the word integrity within. When you see fear, I want you to question, what is this triggering in me? Why am I triggered? What do I mean by that? What emotions is this experience evoking from me? And is this a familiar pattern? When you notice, please hear me, because this creates miracles in my life and my clients' lives. So that's why I'm being so serious right now. If you can retrace your patterns back to your root and understand why you feel that way, what emotions created that circumstance, you are then in the seat of your power. Because look around at the news, we know this, right? We know that the news is fear-mongering. We know that society is fear-ridden. This is why so many people are sick, okay? Because we can't rely on this world out there to be your savior. You are your savior. How are you gonna save yourself? By healing yourself, by reprogramming yourself, by healing your limiting beliefs in a way that will transform you, okay? Because when you transform the internal, the external mirrors. It's just the way that the universe works. Now, touching on a topic, if you watch my other videos, you know this already. Manifestation, the big law of attraction, all of that, only works to the extent that you are vibrationally aligned with the change you want to see. What do I mean? If you are fostering fear in your body and these patterns and energies and wounds of your past, no matter where they come from, right? It's important to know where they come from so that you can get to the core root of it. That's why I'm a nerd about it. But no matter where they come from, you cannot create the new reality that you want unless if you take out the trash. So I want to change your perspective from focusing on what you can manifest to going within and seeing what blocks you from manifesting. What is creating pain for you in moving forward in a confident way. Because you will always be able to create a better life from within. I bet my whole life on this statement. Okay, and I am in serious integrity with what I teach. I walk the talk, I live this path. I've worked with 2,000 plus one-on-one clients to heal themselves and become the best version of themselves. You can see this in my testimonials. But you will create the life you want by healing yourself. It will be the life that is soul aligned. It will not be an ego-based life. I think it's great to have desires, and we should all have desires, but what is soul-led is gonna be what's fulfilling to you. That's why, people have millions and millions of dollars. They think they have all the things, they have the house, they have the partner, they have everything, but they're not fulfilled, is because their soul is not fulfilled. And that has to be fulfilled by healing yourself, loving yourself, releasing the past and making space for the new. Your soul resonates at a frequency that is very high. So when you heal, more of your soul can come in. When you heal and release more of this ego, pain, limiting beliefs, your soul naturally drops in because your soul is love. If you have a hard time loving yourself, hear me, if you have a hard time loving yourself, it is because of the wounding that you've experienced somewhere, somehow. So when you heal that wounding, love will naturally emerge. So it's important to know that. It's all reverse engineering to create your dream life starts from within. Now, I'm going to explain to you a few things that I wish I knew. Okay, choosing love over fear for your narrative, So when you feel fear, we all have fear, choosing to trust instead. What does this look like actively? You saying in your life, when fear comes up, I'm gonna give this fear away to the universe, to God, because it's too heavy for me to hold. I'm gonna give it away, and I'm gonna trust my life instead. This is a practice I do. I actively will close my eyes and give something that I fear away to God. And I'll say, I don't know the answer. Please help me. You know the answer. Show me the way that's easiest for me. This leaves space for miracles because it lets go of the resistance that I have in my mind. And that's keeping me from, it's preventing solutions from coming in a quicker rate, okay? So that's an exercise you can try. I also want you to know that the best offering you can create for this world is you finding yourself, healing yourself, and sharing your gifts. Your inner child, I don't know how much you know about inner child healing, but this is one of my favorite things to work with people on, is healing childhood wounds. Even if you don't think that you have childhood wounds, everybody does. Even if it's just patterns or conditioning from the parents, because your parents just project what they believe is true onto you, and then therefore that creates your inner truth. So whatever your parents say, you are picking that up, especially from the ages of 0 to 7, is when your subconscious mind is picking up evidence about life and deeming it as truth. You are formulating your truth. So when that is your blueprint of your life until you decide to go back in your adulthood and change that narrative if it doesn't align with who you are. How do you know if a belief system doesn't align with who you are? Based on the way that it feels. In trauma healing, limiting belief work, and subconscious reprogramming, the framework is if something doesn't feel good to believe inside of you about yourself, about your life, not like a loss. Like a loss is reality. You know, if you lose something that's true, you can feel bad about it. But anything with these wounds, if it doesn't feel good to be true, it's not. Because what's true is love. What is true and what will bring you back to your truth and your soul is love. Your soul guides you through love. I think there's so many misconceptions in this community about, what to listen to, who to follow, blah, blah, blah. You need to follow yourself. Follow yourself. I'm not talking about some guru, unless if you know and you feel in their body that they are in integrity, listen to them, learn from them. That's great. But use your discernment. What feels right for you? What feels like it's bringing you closer to your truth? Not some external thing trying to tell you what to do. You are your guru. You are your leader. You are your guide. So anything that you do should be to bring you back to your inner deepest truth, okay? And that is integrity with your soul. That is what will bring your blessings and your abundance in a way that your mind cannot comprehend. That is what opens you up to miracles because it is your unique frequency that you are bringing forward in this world. Okay, let me know if you're following in the comments. I want to know how this is landing. Don't lose sight of who you truly are and stay grounded on earth. A lot of starseeds and people who are on the path of awakening, whether they are, born again Christians from the spiritual path. I don't care if you're religious or if you're in New Age spirituality or what you are, okay? Whatever. If you have an awareness of the spiritual side of life and you are aware of energies and you are an empath and you know you're here for a higher purpose, all right? I'm talking to you. Staying grounded on earth. Starseeds have an issue with being on earth a lot of the time. They might even say that they miss their home planet or they don't know what they're like. You're here for a reason. So don't get caught up in feeling like you're from some other place and you miss that place. Your soul is here to share something. So your path is to unlock your gifts and to find ways to share that with the world, and that starts with healing yourself. When people come to me saying, I want to know my purpose, I stop them and say, I hear you, and I used to be like that too. I've been on this path for 10 years, okay? I had to build myself up to this point, and I spent 4 years in solitude, healing myself, releasing childhood traumas, doing plant medicine, really figuring out how to love myself. I actually wrote a book about it called The Key to Entirety, when I found wholeness in myself and how I came into my soul's purpose. I wrote an entire book about the journey of it, but I had to be in that solitude to deprogram myself enough to the point where I could step into a leadership position. My soul did not come here to fuck around. My soul came here to share who I am. And that's why when people are like, you're super young, you don't actually know how old I am, and I'm also eternal, and I came here for a serious purpose that has been awakened and already is kicking ass. So I do know what I'm talking about, and I understand. But it took me to be in my purpose. I had to heal myself enough. I had to create enough space for my authentic frequency to come forward. And then God gave me the key to my purpose, which is coaching, helping people come into their true selves and teaching them through the tools and strategies that I learned and I had to physically go through and continue to go through and master. This is, I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't be able to serve unless if I had to go through it. So I would say, instead of worrying about purpose, heal yourself, become your true self, and then act from that place of authenticity, and then allow things to unfold from that place. All right. Just focus on being here. You are meant to be here. You're meant to expand here. All right. My phone's going to die, so I'm trying to be kind of quick about this. So remember this. I've had to restart my life probably 5 times in my adult life, all right, from when I was 18 to now. And I had to move. I've moved across the country. I've moved to Hawaii. I moved to Arizona. I've had to do many moves by myself, moving into the unknown, only listening to the Creator, and really not knowing what was going to come for me. I didn't have jobs. I had to leave my friends. I had to leave a engagement. I had to do a lot of things by myself that really called for a lot of courage that didn't make sense to me at the time, but it was from my intuition. Now, these are tests, and what I've learned from these tests is the Creator rewards bravery. Okay, you showing up and doing what you need to do to serve humanity, to heal yourself, will be rewarded. Everything that you do in the dark, all the shadow work, all the inner healing work, everything that you do to listen to your intuition, even if you don't feel like you're being rewarded for it in that moment, will be rewarded and is added up in your karmic debt that will be repaid. Karmic money, your little bank account, it will be repaid. And I am a living, breathing example of this, and I've been given so many beautiful things because of the courage and dedication, devotion, and integrity that I've had to my soul's path. And it's not for the weak, but you're not weak, or else you would not watch this video. Last thing I want to point out, protecting your energy field from outside sources, okay? Prioritize everything that you can to protect your energy. This is why I created an offering called the Self-Love Accelerator, which is teaching you how to not be drained by people and situations in your life, teaching you how to love yourself, how to become empowered, how to get out of people-pleasing tendencies, how to create a daily self-love routine so that you can create a deeper relationship with yourself and your inner truth. I created that. It is below. You can see if that resonates with you, but it's a pre-recorded, super amazing offering that just breaks everything down to become really a lot more connected to yourself in your daily life. A lot of gold in there. You need to protect your energy in this life. You need to protect your energy and your gifts, and you need to do that by boundaries, okay? If there are a few things that really help you on this path, it is boundaries, it is learning self-love, it is inner healing, and it is listening to your intuition. I'm telling you right now, boundaries, self-love, inner healing, intuition. These things will create a life that is super high vibe. Yes, you'll go through hardships. I go through hardships. You're supposed to. It's hard. Life is hard. But you are moving in a purposeful way. Do not allow people to drain you. Do not allow yourself to be pushed down by other people and their own belief systems. You choose who you are. Do energetic hygiene practices. Look up on YouTube energy healing meditations or, energetic boundary meditations. I love Steve Noble. Shout out Steve Noble. His energy healing meditations are really amazing for me. You can look up morning meditation by him to protect your energy field. Learn techniques to do that, to come back to yourself, because you are an empath and it's important for you to protect your energy field. That's so, so important. Energetic boundaries, energetic hygiene. Don't let yourself be drained, and also don't let yourself be jaded by these spiritual teachers out there telling you, this is what you do, this is what you do. You go within. The reason why I tell you to go within in all my videos is because that's how you find your own power. I am only leading you back to yourself. A good teacher will lead you back to yourself, okay? You unlock your path from within. All right? So if you're interested in booking a one-on-one session with me, or I do group retreats and I do online coaching programs, text my business phone number below, serious inquiries only. The price is listed below. Comment, let me know how this was supportive for you, and I'm sending you my love. All right, bye.